Hello and a very warm welcome once again to the Hala Legionów in Kielce in Poland, where you join us for further action here at the 2021 AIBA Youth World Boxing Championships for men and women. The 8th day of competition here, and after a bumper day of boxing action where we had 28 bouts here in Ring A, the same number in Ring B, all of the quarterfinals have been concluded, and so we now know all of the medalists here at Kielce 2021. What remains to be discovered is what color of championship hardware will they take back to their respective nations. So we've got semi-finals all the way in both Ring A and B across the afternoon. This 14th session of boxing will see action in the women's light flyweight division, women's bantam, women's lightweight, women's welterweight, and women's light heavyweight divisions. That's the action that's taking place here in Ring A. Over in Ring B are the other 5 weight classes that comprise the women's tournament. So 10 bouts scheduled across the 5 weight classes, so we will know the finalists from each of the 5 weight classes being contested here. Ring A is what you can see on the left of screen. My name is Ronald McIntosh. I'm the commentator on duty in this particular boxing ring. Over on Ring B is my colleague Andy Clark, and he will be covering the remaining weight classes that aren't being covered, that aren't taking place here in Ring A, and that's women's fly, women's feather, women's light welter at 64 kilograms, women's middleweight, and women's heavyweight at plus 81 kilograms. So as you can see, all of the officials are in place, and we're just moments away from the start of action here.
Championship 2021. Ring A, women's light fly, 45-48 kilograms.
So we'll get things underway in the women's
into the
light
red
flyweight.
corner. Please welcome boxer representing Poland, Natalia Dominika Kuczewska. And his opponent representing Thailand in blue corner, Tipatra Yodavare. And judge assignments: 1 Argentina, 2
So
Hungary,
we're going to get
3
things underway with a
Kyrgyzstan, 4
contest
Ukraine, and
between boxers
5
from Poland
Malaysia.
and Thailand.
Referee Alexander Kamidov, Uzbekistan.
So we have 5 judges seated around the boxing ring scoring this one. They are from Argentina, Hungary, Kyrgyzstan, Ukraine, and Malaysia. Here is Natalia Kuczewska, preparing for a 4th contest of Kielce 2021, the 17-year-old. Very impressive win to beat Susma Tamang, the talented boxer from Nepal, on a unanimous points verdict. Her opponent in the blue corner is Tipsacha Yodwari. Yodwari, 18 years of age. She's preparing for her 3rd bout of Kielce 2021, having had a bye in the first preliminary round, and she prevailed on a 3-2 split where 4 of the scores were 28-29. That's how close it was over Farzan Fazilova of Uzbekistan. Two highly decorated boxers about to face off at this semi-final stage to determine who will go through to the gold medal bout. The woman we're looking at, 2019 Asian Junior Silver in the 46 kilogram weight class. Also continental rostrum success for Kuczewska. In 2020, she was a European youth bronze medalist at 48 kilograms. Last year, she was also the national youth champion in the same weight class. So light flyweight success on the domestic and continental stages. Here we are on the global stage. Both of these boxers have done incredibly well to progress through to the final 4. They're going home with a world championship medal here from Kielce 2021. But what color will it be? Well, just a little bit of a problem with the head guard. I'm making light of it, but of course it is a crucial part of the rules and protocols that the head guard must be secure, must be fastened correctly, and none of the bindings must be flapping around to interfere either with the boxer or the opponent. So now that adjustment has been made, the equipment can be checked, head guard in place, gloves on and strapped up, cup and gum shield. Both in evidence for both of the boxers.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. This the semi-final stage. Both of these boxers guaranteed at least championship bronze medals here, but make no mistake, they are keen to get through to the final and contest for world championship gold. The boxer wearing red is Natalia Kucheska, 17 years of age. She's on the front foot and trying to pin her opponent in blue against the ropes, working her way to the body, and that is Tipsacha Yodwari. Both boxers trying to think their way into range. Good right lead out of that orthodox stance. The right hand wasn't set up by a jab as Kucheska comes forward on the march and gets through with piston straight shots, but he's backed up immediately by a right left. Kucheska was aware of that and tries to step back into the pocket and get her own retaliation in. What an opening minute here in this semi-final bout of the women's 48-kilogram light flyweight division. Good work to the body before coming upstairs to the head. She got herself tangled in the ropes, did Kucheska, and was almost made to pay by Yodwari. Yodwari trying to get forward behind her own straight punches. Terrific footwork by Kucheska to evade the attempted attack. Both boxers currently beyond punching range. Kucheska steps back into the fray, bustling away with swinging punches to the body. Now it's Yodwari on the front foot. Untidy tangle in a neutral corner on the far side of the ring from our commentary position. Good right hand landed by Yodwari during that coming together. Kucheska being encouraged to come forward. And that's terrific punching off the back foot by Yodwari, catching the boxer in red as she's coming in. Kucheska had a couple of shots of her own, but for my money, it was Yodwari who got the better of that exchange. She lands with a right hand to the head. Kucheska's nudging away with a right hand to the body. Yodwari falling short on her attempted 1-2. Both boxers feinting. It's Kucheska who steps back in, but as she was getting through with her own 1-2, she was countered by a lead left hand, and then there were shots downstairs as well. Terrific action here through 2 completed minutes of this opening round. Beautiful right hand to the body and left to the head to conclude that exchange from Kucheska. As Yodwari comes back with straight punches upstairs, she's countered by body punches from Kucheska. All action opening round here to determine who is going through to contest championship gold in the 48-kilogram flyweight division. Yodwari onto the front foot again, body head, reverse 1-2s being pushed out in straight fashion. Yodwari trying to stand her ground and pick off the advancing boxer in red as she steps into the pocket. 10-second clapper sounds, it brings about an increase in activity. Yodwari picking that right hand beautifully off the ropes, but look at Kucheska work her way to the body. Absolutely sensational opening round. What a 3 minutes. Non-stop punching from both boxers, allied with plenty of skill as well, and it is the front foot pressure of Natalia Kucheska that has been rewarded for all 5 scoring judges. Kucheska taking the first round in unanimous fashion, but make no mistake, Yodwari is right in this contest because her punch picking was accurate and eye-catching as well. Some of the action from that first round.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round we go. Both boxers will be aware of the scoring of the first round thanks to AIBA live scoring, which is available almost immediately after the bell sounds. The judges have 15 seconds in which to register their scores, and then they are made available. Transparency in evidence here at Kielce 2021. Now the boxer standing in center ring and engaging in trade-offs. Good right hand by Yodori trying to push Kucheska backwards. Kucheska comes forward with work to the body. She's caught by two arcing punches from Yodori. And then a nice left hook on the inside by the woman in blue. Kucheska up on her bike, skitting away to her right, counterclockwise. Come together once again, and the two boxers letting the leather fly in relentless fashion. Good work to the body by Yodori. Kucheska looking to get back to range and establish her straight punching. Exchange of lead hands. Good right hand through the middle from Yodori. Good body shots leading off that attack from Yodori. She was countered, but then look at that right hand on the inside from the woman in blue. And Yodori is really increasing the pressure here. Kucheska bites down on her gum shield and is trying to force her opponent back, but he's picked off by a right uppercut, left hook success once again. Terrific uppercut once more from Yodori, who is really using that punch effectively here in the second round. Midway through the second, and this has been a blistering start and a terrific response by the woman in blue. Kucheska's aware of that, but she's picked off by a right uppercut once again. Yodori tucking up tightly, but took a right hand over the top. And Kucheska coming forward, looking for success to the body. She goes beneath the left elbow of the woman in blue. Yodori just being pushed backwards, and how about that for a right uppercut? Looks for the same shot once again, but the first one was a beauty. Left hook response from Kucheska, who then burrows downstairs with two punches to the body. Absolutely terrific stuff. High skill being exhibited at a really high clip here in this semi-final contest. Kucheska looking to get busy to the body once again. Yodori looking for the right uppercut. There she tries it once more. The layback employed by Kucheska to make her miss. Incredible action with 2 minutes gone in this second round. Both boxers intent on booking their place in the gold medal bout. Nose damage sustained once again by Kucheska. She suffered nose damage in her quarterfinal contest. That could make breathing more difficult, and given the pace at which these boxers are fighting, efficient breathing always welcome. That damaged nose could make that endeavor more challenging for the woman in red. Closing seconds of the second round, and Kucheska looking to come on strong, working away to the body of Yodori. Yodori looking to stand her ground, lands a check right hand twice. Right hand response from Kucheska, who is digging away to the body once again, right up until the bell. What a blistering second round of non-stop punching from both boxers. A terrific response from Yodori, who brought the right uppercut into play, but she's only judge A, preferring the work of the woman in blue. So for 4 of the 5 scoring judges, it is a 20 points to 18 lead in favor of Kucheska, the boxer wearing red. But it was a really clever display in the second round from Yodori. She stood her ground and was able to bring the right uppercut into play, but Kucheska continued with her incessant aggression, making for the terrific trade-offs that we witnessed for the entire three-minute rounds.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
Well, as we go into the third and final round, this woman, Natalia Kucheska, has a 2-point lead for judges B, C, D, and E after taking the first 2 rounds for all of those observers. It's all square for Judge A, 19 points apiece, 1 round apiece. Yodori came back terrifically in the second round. Kucheska looking to get onto the front foot, right hook around the corner from the boxer in blue, then good work to the body, but that's countered immediately by hooks to both head and body from Kucheska. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the pace has slowed just a little bit, but both of these boxers setting up camp right in the center of the boxing ring, not using the space of the roped arena in any way, shape, or form, literally leaning on like a pair of rutting stags and letting the punches fly. Absolutely incredible intensity in evidence here in Kielce 2021. And that is what a place in the championship final means to both of these boxers. Really testing the wills of one another now. They've demonstrated their skills over the course of this tournament, but my goodness, this sport about so much more than skill and talent, desire, competitiveness, and indeed the intangible quality of will. Who can dig deep, who can impose their will on their opponents in a bid to get their hand raised as the victor. With half of the final round gone, this isn't the type of round that Yodwari needs, but credit to her, she's looking to break down her opponent. As we're going to have timeout called so that damaged nose can be assessed. Just looking if we can see the gesture of the referee in the direction of the technical official here at ringside. A fist into an open palm indicates that the injury was caused by a punch. When the knuckles are bumped together, that means that the injury has been caused by an accidental clash of heads. Now, why that's significant is that if this injury causes the bout to be stopped, and it is a fist into an open palm, then that will be RSCI in favor of the boxer who has inflicted the damage. Whereas an accidental head clash would mean that we would go to the scorecards. It was a fist into an open palm, indicating that this damaged nose has been inflicted by a punch. The doctor ensuring that Cheska is okay and fit to compete. Closing stages of this third and final round, and there's a shot which, well, it sent Yodwari to the canvas. It's almost as though she was hit before she was ready. And now she is fully ready. And again, the two boxers just standing toe to toe and engaging in exciting trade-offs, but this is not just blind aggression swinging away. Look at the education, look at the class on these punches that are being selected by both boxers. And it's Kucheska who's getting the better of these exchanges from my perspective here ringside. Yodwari needed a big third and final rounder with 2 minutes gone. She hasn't been able to produce it. Nice left jab by Kucheska, as perhaps the contest at the longest range it's been for the entirety of the third round. Kucheska getting her jab working, and now it seems as though it's Yodwari who is fading and not able to launch the salvos that she needed to get in without reply to earn the big final round that she required coming into the third and final frame. And it's Kucheska who is bossing this third and final round now. The punch output of Yodwari has just slowed down. She's looking for a perfect punch because that is what she's going to need to get her opponent out of there inside the distance. But Kucheska will not be denied as she bids for a place in the gold medal bout here at her home championships. And she is punching right up until the final bell. An absolutely sensational contest to open our day of semi-final action here on the 8th day of competition at the 2021 AIBA World Youth Boxing Championships. What a contest we've just witnessed. And again, there was a trip to the canvas on the resumption, seemed to catch Yodwari by surprise. But round one was a hard-fought, very competitive opening 3 minutes, which Kucheska took on a unanimous decision. I thought Yodwari came back magnificently in the second round, but Kucheska took it on a 4-1 split. So going into the final round, Yodwari needed a massive final 3 minutes. Not able to produce it. They were the equal of one another for about the first minute and a half of the final round when they stood toe-to-toe, and then Kucheska got on top and bossed the final minutes and change. Here's the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, Natalia Dominika Kuczewska, Poland.
Well, just a nod of acknowledgement for Natalia Kucheska, and she has kept that poker-faced expression etched on her visage all tournament long. She has come here for championship gold, and she is now one win away from earning it after producing a unanimous points decision victory over Tipsacha Yodwari of Thailand. A brilliant bronze medal for Yodwari. She's eliminated here at the semi-final stage. But for Natalia Kucheska, the mission for championship gold remains intact, and we will see her in the final in 2 days' time.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 336 in ring A. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing India, Jitika. And her opponents representing Italy in blue corner, Erika Prisciandaro.
So who will go through to the championship final to face off against Poland's Natalia Kucheska? This one between boxers from India and Italy. The 5 judges scoring this second semi-final in the 48-kilogram light flyweight division are from Mongolia, Malaysia, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Moldova.
1 Mongolia, 2 Malaysia, 3 Czech Republic, 4 Slovakia, and 5 Moldavia. Referee Manuel Villarino.
Well, there is 17-year-old Jitika, the pressure fighter from India, preparing for a fourth contest of Kielce 2021, winner of the 2021 Adriatic Pearl Multi-Nations Tournament. Silver medalist in that tournament just before coming here. And there is her opponent, Erika Prisciandaro, the 18-year-old, preparing for her fourth fight also in this light flyweight tournament, where 19 boxers made up the bracket at the start of the competition. The 2019 National Youth Championship, the 2019 European Youth Championship gold medalist at 48 kilograms. She took the national youth title last year and has enjoyed junior success on the continental stage in the past. She's guaranteed herself a medal here. Manuel Villarino of Argentina checks the equipment before calling both boxers to center ring for the final instructions.
Round 1.
So we're underway then in the 48-kilogram light flyweight division. Looking to get on the front foot immediately is Jitika. But just standing her ground, wearing blue, is the southpaw Prisciandaro of Italy. Another burst of forward activity from Jitika, but nice composure in the pocket by Prisciandaro, who's just able to use good footwork to slip away. Both boxers feinting before triggering an attack. Bringing her feet with her is Jitika, keeping her hands busy at the same time, but not really finding the range with any of those forward forays. Approaching a minute gone in this opening round. Both boxers looking to target the body. More swarming pressure being applied by Jitika. Right hand lead wasn't too far away. The first shot in that fuselage from the woman in red. So Prisciandaro waiting on the outside, feinting with that front foot out of her southpaw stance. Plenty of shots being landed by both boxers during the course of that exchange. Jitika looking to sustain the pressure and force her opponent backwards. Nice right hand lead to start that attack from Jitika, and it did get through. So fully committed to her attacks is Jitika that she keeps them going, but invariably her and Prisciandaro winding up in a tangle at close range. Let's see if that pattern continues. There she kept it at longer range. She's picked off by a southpaw left as she was coming forwards, but such is her incessant pressure that she was able to land a couple of punches after the single shot success of Prisciandaro. So the waiting continues, and then the cycle repeats itself, the burst of activity after the pause in action. Prisciandaro just trying to present a different angle as she moves laterally left and right. But they've spent a lot of time at this type of territory. Accuracy perhaps not what either boxer would like it to be, but no questioning the volume or the punch output. So Prisciandaro trying to use the space of the ring, circling clockwise to her left, and then picks off the advancing woman in red with a couple of classy left hands. Digs in a right hand before spinning off the line, Prisciandaro. Exchange of straight shots initiated by Prisiandaro, but then Jatika came straight back with her own. Physical conclusion to end the first round. Round where both boxers were very busy indeed. The attacks invariably being initiated by Jatika over in the red corner. She has taken it with her front foot pressure for all 5 of the scoring judges. 10-9 across the board. Some of the action from that opening round. See Jatika's hands keep on working as she's walking forwards, burrowing away to the body, and then those 2 nudging shots catching Prisiandaro as she was trying to back away. So proving to be effective pressure. There she was picked off by a southpaw left, but just look at the number of punches thrown by Jatika during these replay sequences. That was indicative of how she boxed in the first round.
Round 2.
Into the second round then. Prisiandaro of Italy has got to try and do something to overturn the deficit she accrued after 3 minutes of boxing, but when she's trying to lead off, just look at the response from Jatika, who is meeting her, matching her, and perhaps raising her in terms of the punches being thrown. Prisiandaro feinting with that lead right hand, leads off once again, but Jatika standing right in the pocket and letting her hands go at the same time. The 2 boxers punching together. Jatika leading off on that exchange. Terrific punches underneath from the boxer in red. Prisiandaro looking for first and third boxing, but right on her chest once again is Jatika, looking to drive her backwards. Prisiandaro gets herself off the ropes, hitting on the break from Jatika. Not stepping back as the command dictates that you should. Good left hand over the top from Prisiandaro. Landed that shot very accurately indeed. Prisiandaro feinting with the foot and the lead hand. It's Jatika who triggers off first once again. Produces a burst of first and third boxing. Prisiandaro having success in the middle, but the busier boxer is the woman in red. And her industry is proving very difficult to repel because she's content to wait on the outside like this. But that's a terrific 1-2 landed by Prisiandaro. And perhaps that would be a successful tactic for her rather than trading in volume against the non-stop punching of Jatika. If she can get in and out with a raiding attack, because again, she's come out on the second best in that exchange for my money. But if she can get in and out with a raiding attack, as she did once, notably during this second round, that may well be a successful strategy for the woman in blue. Sure, she knows that what she wants to do, but it's obviously very difficult to implement against a consistent puncher like Jatika. So Jatika looking to close the gap. Excuse me, Prisiandaro looking to close the gap. Jatika content to go on the back foot for one of the few times in the contest and comes forward after making the woman in blue fall short. So closing seconds of the second round. Just a burst of activity from both boxers. Prisiandaro driven backwards towards the ropes. Jatika lands a couple of eye-catching shots. And again, very busy boxing from the woman in red. It's going to be difficult for Prisiandaro to take the unanimous round that she needed. She's taken it for 2 judges. Impressed with her eye-catching punch picking. But Jatika's industry, very, very difficult to overcome. Better round for Prisiandaro. So it's all square for 2 of this 5 judges. Jatika leading 20 points to 18, 2 rounds to nothing after 2 completed rounds for 3 of the 5 ringside scorers.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
So into the third and final round, and the woman in blue needs a big final round to overcome a 2-point deficit on 3 of the 5 scorecards here. She squared it up for 2 of the judges with her punch picking and pressure in the second round. But Jatika, she's such a busy boxer. Really does throw a terrific volume of punches. Those clever tactics being applied by the boxer in red here. Punching with her opponent and confident that her consistency is going to land a greater number of shots as she triggers that shot with a good right hand lead, which was a solid blow. Then going downstairs with shots to the body. Prisiandaro trying to retaliate, but then she's picked off by a left right. Aware of that, she comes back with her own loaded left cross. So Jatika's just going to have to ensure she doesn't accrue a warning from the referee, because that would change the complexion of the round. We're approaching the midpoint, and look at her activity to the body once again. Prisiandaro trying to respond, but not able to find the range. Jatika holding to prevent Prisiandaro from working away. Very clever display from the woman in red, and again, while Prisiandaro is getting reorganized, Jatika was letting her hands go. Left hand over the top was a scoring shot for Prisiandaro. Good right hand to the body, then head. Double right hand for Jatika. And again, she's got that vice-like grip with her forearms applied around the neck of Prisiandaro. There it is once again, preventing the woman from working away. So it's a veteran display being produced by the 17-year-old Jatika. Solid left hand landed by Prisiandaro, but Jatika remaining in the pocket and landing her own effective shots. Terrific burst of activity once again, and Jatika's pressure produced the first round stoppage in her quarterfinal against Elizabeth Ostan of Romania, with a unanimous point decision win over Ambrine Zitouni from France for Prisiandaro to book her place here at this semi-final stage. She's going to go away with a championship medal, Prisiandaro, but one suspects it is going to be world championship bronze, and it will be Jatika who progresses through to the championship final, where she will face off against Poland's Natalia Kuczewska. Prisiandaro not able to produce the dominant final round that she needed. She gave it absolutely everything, the two of them combining to produce an energetic, action-packed contest. But one suspects it is going to be Jatika's hand that will be raised as the victor, signaling that she will go through to contest championship gold here in Kielce 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, Jatika, India.
Nearest confirmation of a unanimous point decision victory for Jatika, the 17-year-old Indian boxer, taking it for all 5 of the scoring judges, and she goes through to contest the championship final, which will take place in 2 days' time here during an afternoon session. Very clever display, non-stop punching, and that is how she did it. Prisiandaro comes away with a wonderful bronze medal, indicating what a strong tournament she had. But it's Jatika who remains in contention for top spot on the podium here.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 337 in ring A, women's bantam, 51-54 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Uzbekistan, Uktamova Nijlina.
So we move up to the
and her opponent representing
54 kilogram bantamweight division, and this one between boxers from
SESJA.
Uzbekistan and Russia. So they're the five scoring judges who will be the observers and arbiters of our first bantamweight semi-final here from Armenia, Sri Lanka, Hungary, India and Italy. So there is Nagina Uktamova, 17 years of age, comes to the ring as the 2020 National Youth Champion at 57 kilograms and took Continental Asian gold at 52 kilograms the year before that in 2019. National Junior Champion that year also at 50 kilograms. Her opponent is similarly decorated, the 2021 National Youth Champion at 54 kilograms and was a silver medalist in the 2020 Continental event, coming away with European silver at 51K last year. So sporting touch of gloves between these two 17-year-olds.
Round one.
Each of these boxers preparing for their third bout of Kielce 2021, and this promises to be a cracking display between cracking contest between two very skillful operators to determine who will be going through to the gold medal bout here at Kielce 2021. The boxer wearing red, looking to get onto the front foot, is Nagina Uktamova. And her opponent, wearing blue, Anastasia Kirienko from Russia. Nice left cross out of that southpaw 1-2 from the taller figure, and look at how she's picking off Uktamova as the Uzbekistan boxer is looking to get onto the front foot. Uktamova produced an awesome display in her quarterfinal to eliminate Siroas of Thailand, prevailing on a unanimous points decision. And it was a very skillful display, producing a unanimous points decision victory for Kirienko over Arina Vinoradova of Belarus in her quarterfinal. So both boxers full of confidence and have demonstrated terrific form during the course of this tournament. Here they are, having guaranteed themselves medals, boxing to determine who will go through to box for championship gold. Beautiful movement being demonstrated by Kirienko. And Uktamova, whose front foot pressure was very effective in her semi-final win over Nopaket Siroas, is finding life very difficult here. And she scores with shots to the body. But Kirienko keeping her cool and just using the space of the ring very effectively indeed. And then when it's at her punching range, scoring with lead left crosses like that out of the southpaw stance. And she's demonstrating that she's not going to be pushed back and bullied up there in the boxing ring, standing her ground on occasion and engaging Uktamova at her preferred range. Oh my goodness. And point has been taken from Kirienko for holding. And that has completely changed the complexion of this opening round. So whatever score she gets, it's going to be -1 as Uktamova comes through with a left jab. So Kirienko can score no more than 9. And that, no doubt, is going to encourage Uktamova. Kirienko doctor or given a warning for holding, which will result in a point being taken off of her score total. Looking for the left cross as the 10-second clapper sounds. Well, an incident-filled opening round. Both boxers just exchanging a couple of left taps after the bell sounded. And I think, for what it's worth, that the woman in blue won that round. There's confirmation, but because she's been hit with a warning for holding, she can score no more than 9. And that is indeed what transpired across the board. An even round. We have parity. Even though Kirienko, for my money, boxed quite beautifully.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So as we go into the second round, in a sport using the 10-point must system where there are to be no tied rounds, that is in effect what we have. Because Kirienko, the boxer in blue, operated superbly over the course of the first 3 minutes, but was warned for holding. And look at her left-hand success at short range as the two boxers tying one another up at close range. So you can have no tied rounds using the 10-point must system, but because it's 10-1, that effectively renders it 10-9. As Uktamova banging away to the body with her right hand, and look at how rough it is at close range. And Kirienko, the long-range boxer, demonstrating that she will not be overmatched physically on the inside. Well, that is stern admonishment in silent fashion from the official. Nice right jab from Kirienko. Uktamova looking to pour forward with front foot pressure. But remember, she's been warned already in the opening round. Kirienko, beautiful right hand landed by Uktamova. Her best shot of the entire contest. Lead left hand catches Kirienko as she's coming in. So midway through the second round, Uktamova getting closer. Left hand catches Uktamova as Kirienko snaked it out while the woman in red was retreating. Uktamova working her way to the body. Kirienko looking to keep her movement going, but she'd run onto a couple of crisp straight punches from the woman in red, who is really upped her work rate and is getting closer repeatedly. Right hand success before the boxers fall into one another for the woman in red. Terrific response from Uktamova after she was outboxed in the opening round. But what a response here from the Uzbekistan boxer. Into the pocket once again, looking for the right uppercut. Kirienko trying to regain her composure and range. She's picked off by another right cross. And Kirienko perhaps feeling the effects of this contest. Appears just to have slowed a little bit through this portion of the second round. And Uktamova, well, she's walked onto a good left cross there, the woman in red. But Kirienko, well, she's been warned for holding already, and it's she who is holding once again. I think she's walking a bit of a chalk line here, Kirienko, because she's been warned for holding. And then the referee has spoken to her repeatedly about that infringement. Beautiful left jab landed by the woman in red. And there's the same shot once again in response to the right-hand lead, but there's a nice left cross from Kirienko. Punches exchanged after the bell once again, and a terrific second round produced by Uktamova after she conceded the first across the board, and that is why she has got back on even terms on the scorecard. But again, that 1-point warning means that she leads by 1 point for all 5 judges as we go into the third and final round. What a final 3 minutes we have in prospect here. Uktamova, her front foot pressure paid dividends in the first round, because the movement that was such a hallmark of Kirienko's boxing for the first 3 minutes just began to slow down, and Uktamova was able to find her range and score effectively with punches from both flanks during the course of the second 3-minute stanza. So everything to box for in the third and final round here.
Seconds out, please.
These two continental medalists
Round
former
3.
years going head to head here for a place in the global championship final. So as we go into the third and final round, the woman wearing red is leading by 1 point for all 5 scoring judges, 19-18. Kirienko won the first round unanimously, but she was warned in that round, so the first 3 minutes ended up being all square at 9 points apiece. So Kirienko appears to be refreshed and revived to begin this third and final round, looking to re-establish the range from where she was able to box with such good effect over the course of the first 3 minutes. Untidy on the inside once again, and it's Kirienko who's holding, but then Uktamova not doing too bad in that regard either. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other in that particular tangle. Minute gone in the third and final round. Contest still in the balance. Remember, if it became tied at the end of this round, then we go to a tie-break system, a count-back system where each judge has to opine who has prevailed. But it's Uktamova who is looking to force the fight here, and I say that word advisedly because that's what she's looking to turn it into. Not just a swing up, not just a brawl, but she's looking to apply educated front foot pressure and outwork and overwhelm the woman in blue. And again, it's the woman in red who is letting her hands go more frequently. Kirienko holding on, and I really think she's walking a tightrope here. Oh my goodness, well, that's it. Because short of getting an RSC or KO, there is no way for my money now, with just over a minute remaining, that Kirienko can prevail in this contest. It really is unfortunate. The first round warning, I felt, came very quickly indeed. The subsequent warning came after Kirienko was spoken to repeatedly about holding. Thought the first one was issued really briskly as Uktamova lands with the right hand, and all of the momentum is with the woman in red, and she's been encouraged and inspired and energized by that, walking her way forwards, walking her opponent down, and looking to land with accurate punches once again. So Kirienko, in the realm of needing a single shot stoppage here, she's looking for the left cross, but it's Uktamova who is remaining the busier boxer in the closing seconds. Really looking to stamp her dominance on this contest. Well, there's the 10-second clapper. And it's going to be Uktamova who will go through to contest 54-kilogram bantamweight gold here. A terrific contest between two very skillful boxers. The incident in the first round really changed the entire nature of this contest. But let's give credit to Uktamova because she, from the second round on, was the busier boxer. Her conditioning coming to the fore. Kirienko put so much into the opening round that in the second round she began to fade, and then in the third round, well, she was hit with another warning. So irrespective of what score she got here, for what it's worth, I think she conceded the third round as well, but that is going to be -1. Let's get the official verdict.
The winner of this bout by unanimous decision is a boxer from the red corner, Uktamova Nigina.
And there is confirmation of a unanimous point decision victory for Nigina Uktamova of Uzbekistan. Anastasia Kirienko producing a very good performance in the opening round. She was hit with a warning, but the Russian boxer,
boxers to ring K.
But the
women's bantamweight category.
this is how she did it, sweeping the final round. Now remember, there's a point taken off that, and so there's the margin of victory for Uktamova.
Red corner, boxer representing Ukraine, Lakichuk Krystyna. And her opponent, representing Poland, Karolina Dominika Ampolska. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a number 348 in the ring B. Please see the gentleman.
The judges who will score our second 54-kilogram bantamweight semi-final. They're from Moldova, Malaysia, Slovakia, Uzbekistan, and the Czech Republic. Well, there is Kristina Lakijczuk, preparing for a third fight. The 19-year-old of Kielce 2021 today. Her opponent, Karolina Ampolska of Poland. This is her first contest today. The 19-year-old, she comes to the ring as a 2020 National Youth Championship gold medalist at 54 kilograms. And a year before that, she was a European Youth Championship bronze medalist in the same weight class. Luca Varilonga is the referee. Lakijczuk prevailing in her quarter-final against Sevgi Dogan on a split decision victory to book her place here at the medal stages. Karolina Ampolska, a unanimous points decision winner over Aishagul Yalubayeva of Kazakhstan in her quarter-final. So unsurprisingly, in the busiest weight class for women with 20 boxers, it's been a busy tournament for both of these two athletes. Ampolska in blue, competing in her fourth contest here in her home championship. She's the boxer wearing blue, the southpaw wearing red. It's Kristina Lakijczuk. Right hand, the speculative one from Ampolska as the fencing continues with the lead hand. Both boxers just knocking away the lead hand of the other. Nice left-right landed by Lakijczuk. Looking for a left cross and then engaging reverse gear nicely to make Ampolska fall short. Ampolska looking to measure her opponent with that lead left hand, feinting with the feet. Plenty of patience in evidence as Ampolska digging away to the body, and an extra one after the call of break from the Italian referee Luca Varilonga. And it's Ampolska looking to work away with bent-arm punches on the inside. So a minute gone in the opening round. Plenty of feeling out taking place as both boxers continue to bob and weave and feinting one another in front of one another. Left hand lead was a scoring shot out of the southpaw stance for Lakijczuk, and then flashing hands getting through from both boxers, each one having single shot success with the hook during the course of their trade-off. It's a long hook from both of the boxers. And again, clever left hand punch picking from Lakijczuk, but successful pressure being applied and scoring shots from Ampolska beyond the midpoint of this opening round. The semi-final to determine who will go through to the gold medal bout and face off against Uzbekistan's Nagina Uktamova. So the watching and waiting continues as the two boxers look to fashion an opening. Lead left hook launched by Ampolska. She goes skipping after a boxer once again, but the looking to draw that lead that can be countered. Why both boxers continuing to feint as frequently as they are doing. Corkscrew right hand and then a beautiful right jab after that. Good use of the right hand from Lakijczuk in red. Short with the southpaw left cross she attempted, but presenting a different posture now, almost hanging her chin out and tempting Ampolska to try and tee off on it. Backing her reflexes that she's going to land with a counter before the woman in blue can strike. And again, back foot punch picking effective from the woman in red, but Ampolska got through as she got onto the front foot, working away to the body of both boxers just before the bell to conclude the opening round. Very thoughtful first round from both of the boxers here. And it's a 4-1 verdict in favor of Lakijczuk. Her punch picking impressing the majority of judges in the first 3 minutes. Some of the action from that first round.
Podpucha, jedna akcja, druga. Przeskakałaś całą rundę. Co ty kurwa tańczysz? Rozumiesz to? To nie jest balet! Podejdź blisko, masz boksować blisko, masz ją przełamać. Ona nie lubi, ona trzyma. Ty boksujesz na wielką akcję. Ty masz ją podpuścić, akcja, ponowienie. Jeśli dostaniesz kontrę i tak idziesz dalej ze swoją akcją. Rozumiesz? Przyjaźń do Mistrzostw Świata. Masz ją przełamać. Bij na doły. Kurwa, słyszysz? Jesteś kimś.
Seconds out, please.
Dwie akcje w porządku.
Round 2.
Time! Please.
So the eagle-eyed Luka Varilonga just instructing the red corner to remove the corner stall from inside the ropes. There's a slight delay to begin this second round. After a first round, which was taken on a 4-1 split in favor of Lakichuk. See the intensity of the instructions being given to Ann Polska as she bids to overturn that deficit. She gets through with a good right hand lead out of that orthodox stance, looking for the same shot once again, but Lakichuk relaxed up on her toes and using the space of the boxing ring very effectively indeed, making it very difficult for Ann Polska to close the gap and land with scoring punches. Polska looking to edge away forward, but again, there's an avenue of escape for Lakichuk, who just skips off to her right. And so maybe Ann Polska would be advised to come with attacks in waves. Keep the pressure going, because at this type of territory, Lakichuk's looking incredibly uncomfortable. And it's Ann Polska's mission to try and make her uncomfortable. What can she do to bring about that turn of events? Back foot boxing once again from Lakichuk. With this type of space, she's proving very difficult to pin cleanly. So can Ann Polska increase the intensity? Working her way to the body once again. Lakichuk keeping her cool, waiting for the command of break, and out to the space of the ring once more. Nice left hook landed by Ann Polska. Lakichuk remaining calm in the face of her aggressor. And again, look at the check right hand. It may have landed incorrectly with the inside of the glove, but as cool as can possibly be, Lakichuk. Unruffled, entirely unruffled. And Polska tries to get to close range once again. Lakichuk's flow proving very difficult to disrupt here. I think that Ann Polska is going to have to double up the attacks, just as she did there. Can she keep it going now as she looks for success? There's a right hand. And again, just as we were suggesting, may have landed incorrectly, but it was a result of a double phase attack. She didn't settle for one and done. She kept the attack going as she works her way to the body once again. And now, perhaps for the first time in the contest, Lakichuk just being made to look a little bit uncomfortable, and that intervention so the head guard can be readjusted coming at an inopportune time from Ann Polska's point of view, because she was enjoying a good portion of the round, perhaps her best portion of the contest. So the second round resumes, and now Lakichuk looking to get back to maintaining the gap between her and her opponent. But Ann Polska getting closer as she lands with another flashing right cross. Check right hand landed by Lakichuk once again. Well, Ann Polska had success in the final portion of the round, but I don't think it was enough to overturn the work that was done by Lakichuk. And she takes it for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Judge E preferring the work of Ann Polska across the 2 completed rounds. So some of the action then from round number 2. Lakichuk very calm indeed up there in the face of this pressure, but then credit to Ann Polska, because at one portion of the round with about 2 minutes 20 gone, she was able to launch an attack which she kept going, and then she landed with a right cross. I thought that was going to be it. We didn't get to see it, but there was a right hand which landed when Lakichuk was skimming to her left across the ropes.
Jesteś na Sobótce czy na Mistrzostwach Świata? Przyjmuj na nogi się
Seconds out, please.
Słyszysz? 2 punktami, masz roznokautować.
Round 3.
So into the third round then. Context of this bout. Going into the third and final 3 minutes will be a beautiful right hand off the back foot from Lakijczuk. But in terms of the context of the round, as Polska gets through with a right cross, it is Lakijczuk leading for 4 of the 5 scoring judges after 2 completed rounds by a scorecard of 20 points to 18. She's taken the first 2 rounds for judges A, B, C, and D. Judge E has preferred the work of Polska over the course of the 2 rounds, and that's terrific bent arm success. Hooks crashing home from both flanks for Polska. Now, can she keep that type of pressure going in her bid to make it through to the gold medal bout here at a home world championship? She scored with a belting right hand to the body, really digging it in beneath the short ribs. And now Lakijczuk trying to quicken the tempo on the back foot, but Polska is doing a terrific job getting closer in this third and final round. Can she keep it going? It really is a case of an all or nothing approach now for the boxer in blue. She has to go for it. She has to try and close the gap. She may take a couple of shots on the way in, but she's got to dodge and deflect what she can and then look to get to work at short and mid-range, where she's proved to be a very solid puncher indeed. Wonderful movement from Lakijczuk, who is escaping from places that appear to be a cul-de-sac, finding a way out when there doesn't appear to be one. Wonderful navigation of the boxing ring from the woman in red. That's where Polska wants to be. Left hook is a check one once again, landing it and then spinning off to her left, changing direction, moving laterally to her right, maintaining the gap between herself and her opponent. And there's the dip. And the rollout once again from Lakijczuk. Beautiful 1-2. The left cross pinging the head of the boxer in blue. Well, credit to Polska. She really has tried to raise the tempo here in the third and final round. But Lakijczuk, having been made to be uncomfortable for a portion of the round where she took 2 cracking hooks, well, she's got her boxing back together again. Make no mistake, this is competitive. But remember, Polska needs a dominant round. In Aiba's interpretation of the 10-point must system, 10-9 is for a close verdict, 10-8 for a clear verdict, and 10-7 total domination. So Polska needs one of the latter 2 that I've just described, and this has been competitive. Closing seconds is not the dominant round that she needs to get back on terms, but what an effort she is giving it. My goodness, that is how much a place in the final means to both of these boxers. Polska coming forwards on the sound of the 10-second clapper, biting down on her gum shield, gritting her teeth and letting her hands go to leave it all in the boxing ring, emptying the tank in pursuit of a place in the championship final. But I don't think it's going to be enough to overturn the deficit that she faced going into the third and final round. But what an effort produced by Polska. Those were the 2 hooks to body and head that she landed, and she needed to maintain that type of success all contest long. That's going to be very difficult, of course, against a boxer who's as accomplished as Lakijczuk. And for my money, it's Lakijczuk who will be going through, probably on a split, through to the gold medal bout to face off against Nagina Uktamova. Here's the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by split decision is the boxer from the red corner, Lakijczuk Krystyna.
And there is a confirmation of a split decision verdict, 4-1 in favor of Krystyna Lakijczuk. She's sportingly holding the ropes open, but Polska doesn't want any of it. She's making her own way out. But we're going to see this woman again. She acknowledges all sides of the arena. A very composed display indeed. Wonderful movements up there in the boxing ring. Clever back foot boxing. And she will face off against the boxer from Uzbekistan in the final on the 22nd in the afternoon session. It's Lakijczuk who goes through.
Please welcome boxer representing Kazakhstan, Shakametova Schulic. And her opponents representing Uzbekistan in blue corner, Bekova Dilfuza.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we start the semifinals women's lightweight. Please, into the red corner, from Russia, Azaria Amineva.
So we move up to the women's 60-kilogram lightweight division, and the judges scoring this one are from the Czech Republic, Ukraine, Slovakia, Mongolia, and Argentina. There is the boxer from Kazakhstan, 17-year-old Juldiz Shayakmetova. Comes to the boxing ring as the reigning national youth champion at 60 kilograms, following on from the success that she had in the junior ranks in 2019 and 2018 at 60 and 57 kilograms, so making a wonderful transition through to the higher age grouping. Her opponent is Dilfuza Bekova, 2020 national youth champion, up at 64 kilograms. Excuse me, the 2020 senior silver medalist at 60 kilograms, despite being just 18 years of age. And in the 2019 Asian Youth Championship, she came away with a bronze at 64 kilograms. Shiramala Tampu of Sri Lanka is the referee. Third bout of the tournament for Dilfuza Bekova. She produced a split decision victory. There was just 1 point in it against Loredana Andreea Marin of Romania. 4 of the judges, it was 28-29 for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. That's how close and competitive it was. As for Juldiz Shayakmetova, she was a unanimous points decision winner over Annie Manoukian of Germany in her quarterfinal.
Round 1.
So here in the women's 60-kilogram lightweight division, we've got the neighboring Central Asian nations of Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan facing off to determine who will go through to the championship final here at Kielce 2021. And what powerhouse nations they are. The Kazakhstan boxer is Juldiz Shayakmetova. And her opponent, wearing blue, is the Uzbekistan boxer Dilfuza Bekova. 2 very talented boxers, and this one promises to be a contest of plenty of skill. Wonderful double left jab landed by Shayakmetova. Both of these boxers possess a wide range of variety in their boxing tool bags. Here, primary skill set being exhibited is patience, because they are both wary of overcommitting. And Shayakmetova finds a range with her lead left hand once again. Then she drops it down to the body, but a right hand scored upstairs by Bekova. Beautiful lead left hand once again. A really jolting blow to jam the head back of Bekova. Approaching the midpoint of the opening round, Bekova helps herself to a couple of free shots as the 2 boxers look to disengage. Lovely lead left hand once again, and that's practically the only shot she's used, Shayakmetova, as she brings through a right cross. She takes the left jab as she tries to retreat, then a looping long right hand landed by Bekova. But Shayakmetova demonstrating just how effective a weapon the left jab is, controlling the distance and making life very difficult indeed for Bekova. She comes forward with a right cross, but she can't really find the range. The 2 boxers fall into a clinch, and neither athlete taking the opportunity to work away. Left-right success on the resumption from Shayakmetova. 2 minutes gone in the opening round, and so far it's the woman in red who's controlling the distance and the tempo wonderfully. Boxers exchanging jabs during the course of that coming together. Bekova landing a right hand as Shayakmetova tried to disengage. So Bekova really committing to her 1-2 combinations now as he steps into the pocket. Here's a nice right hand, which was the cleanest shot of that coming together. Wonderful movement from Shayakmetova, up on her toes, moving clockwise, circling to her left. Bekova feinting with the feet in the hands, looking to find the range with her own straight punches. Well, Shayakhmetova really is using the space of the boxing ring effectively, and there's the lead left hand once again. Terrific use of the left jab, then a reverse 1-2, a right cross followed by a left jab, another left jab. Cracks into the face of Bekova. You see her shake her head. I think you can share her perception as to how that round has gone. And 10-9 across the board, and Bekova knows it more than anybody. She doesn't need AIBA live scoring to let her know that that 3 minutes didn't go in her favor. The shake of the head, instructive indeed, as she made her way back to her blue corner. Some of the action from that first round with Shayakhmetova's jab was a thing of beauty.
Baba, qara, eshit gapim, yur oldiga, ukonlar bilan chap bilan boshlaysan, o'ng chap yana qo'shasan. Yurish kerak oldiga. Tushmaganda qo'lingni ko'tarma.
Round 2.
Well, the second round underway. What can Bekova do differently? As the two boxers exchanging jabs and looking to follow up with strong backhands out of their orthodox stances. Nice left jab landed by Bekova. Bekova conceding the opening round across the board. She just lands a good right cross there. Shayakhmetova looking to get her straight punching back in operation once again. It was the 1-2 at best, which served her very well indeed, but principally it was the lead left hand of the woman in red, and she cracks it out like a riding crop once again, catching the advancing boxer in blue. So much variety in that one single punch. She's pistoned it out, she's snaked it out, she's turned it into a corkscrew left as Bekova lands with a right hand over the top. But Shayakhmetova producing a very good display through this contest so far. What can Bekova do differently to get herself back into contention? Does she need to quicken the tempo? She's capable of that as she takes a hard right cross as she landed a shot of her own, but the more eye-catching blow came from the woman in red. Bekova looking for that left jab. Shayakhmetova looking for a 1-2, but didn't take her feet with her on the shot and ended up reaching. There's a double left jab for Bekova, but then a left hand lands for Shayakhmetova, and Bekova needs success without reply here. She needs to apply some pressure and make Shayakhmetova uncomfortable, because the manner in which she's using the left hand to find the range just gives her the air of somebody who's very comfortable up there in the boxing ring, able to operate at this type of pace, moving around as she likes. Can Bekova quicken her feet? Not only a counter-puncher, Bekova, she's demonstrated the ability to get on the front foot and be a pressure boxer, but she's continually being fed left hands and occasional right crosses, such as that one from Shayakhmetova. Well, the desire of both boxers demonstrable, but Bekova has got to do something different here. 2/3 of the second round have elapsed as she lands a solid left jab, but she needs more than that. It's a scoring blow, but she's got to turn the tables in her favor. There's a left hand which lands the final shot of that coming together from Bekova. But she can't afford exchanges, she needs dominance. Left hand scored in the reverse 1-2 for Shayakhmetova. And again, I just think this is suiting the woman in red down to the ground. There's got to be a drastic change of tactics and approach from Bekova, because right now it is Shayakhmetova who is the boss. Second round in the book. For what it's worth, I feel it's going to be the same as the first. Well, Bekova taking it for one of the observers ringside here. 4-1 at the conclusion of the second. So going into the final round, it is a 20-18 lead for the boxer wearing red. Yildiz Shayakhmetova producing a very calm display indeed. Everything predicated off use of a beautiful left jab.
Bitta ataka qilasan, turasan, kutib qachon kelar ekan.
Seconds out, please.
Nima ishlamayapsan? Harakat ham qilmayapsan, o'zini hodiga qo'yib bering hamma narsa.
Round 3.
Well, we're in the third and final round here. Semi-final action to determine who is going through to the women's 60-kilogram lightweight gold medal bout. And Shaykhmetova for Kazakhstan has produced a performance that borders on the masterful so far through 2 completed rounds. The first round in particular, her lead left hand was something straight out of the coaching manual. Cultivated, classy, very educated and wonderful variety, and she gets the better of that exchange. The final right cross came crashing through from Shaykhmetova, and with 40 seconds gone, there's been no discernible change for Bekova. She knows what she needs to do. She's trailing 20-18 for 4 of the 5 scoring judges, but there's been no change in approach from Bekova. Hasn't been able to raise the tempo, haven't been able to make life difficult for Shaykhmetova. And it's been Shaykhmetova who has been orchestrating proceedings wonderfully through these completed 2.5 rounds so far. Bekova remaining committed, really is looking to step over the front foot and get some leverage on her shots now as she pushes in with that lead left hand. But these are exchanges at best. And there's not enough activity from the woman in blue. She needs to be busier. She has got to let more punches go, because the more she boxes at this territory and the more time continues to elapse, well, the closer she is getting to entering the realm of needing a single shot KO or RSC. And there she's walked onto a backhand as she landed with a lead left of her own. Nice right cross from Shaykhmetova. Bekova just remained in a crouch momentarily. I wondered whether she was stunned by that shot. Now she's back to her boxing. But again, this is not going to be enough. She lands a hard right hand there and came through with a left hand afterwards. And there's another hard right cross landed by Bekova, but she needs to keep it going. There's another one, 3 right crosses in quick succession for Bekova. And again, she's adopting a different posture now, hands down by her knees, appearing to be more loose-limbed and relaxed, but she's got to get busier. She's got to get on the front foot and maintain the pressure that she's been able to apply with those 4 right hands in quick succession that she was able to land. There's a right hook around the corner. Bekova bombing away with the backhand, and it's proving to be an effective tactic. Once again, she's landing. She can't miss with it through this final minute of the final round. Picks off her opponent with a left jab as well. Well, it's been a terrific conclusion to the final round from Bekova, but it hasn't been enough to overturn the 20 points to 18 deficit that she faced for 4 of the 5 judges going into the final round. Well, for what it's worth, I feel it's going to be Shaykhmetova going through to the gold medal bout. She produced a very good display indeed of classic AIBA boxing, wonderful use of the lead left hand. But in the final portion of the 3rd round, Bekova adopted a different posture, hands down by her kneecap, and began bombing away with her backhand, and she found a home for it repeatedly. But I don't think it's going to be enough. There's an example of it right there. And again, repeated right hand successes in the closing portion of the 3rd round. Let's get the official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, Shaykhmetova z Kobiet, Kazakhstan.
So Juldi Shaykhmetova through to the gold medal bout here at Kyoto 2021. A unanimous points decision victory, 29-28 for all 5 scoring judges, which means that Bekova produced a terrific fight back in the final round, courtesy of her backhand bombing, but it was too little too late. She comes away with a bronze. She's been brilliant here at the AIBA Youth World Boxing Championships. No reason to be disappointed with her performance, but I just wonder how she will feel about the lack of activity in rounds 1 and 2 here at the semi-final stage. It's bronze for Bekova. Shaykhmetova goes through to contest championship gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, time for next bout, 340 in Ring A, Women's Light, 57-60 kg. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Czech Republic, Gajdowa Weronika. And her opponent, representing India, in blue corner, Vinka. And of course, judge assignment 1, Kyrgyzstan, 2, Hungary, 3, Armenia, 4, Italy, and 5, Malaysia.
So the judges scoring our second 60 kilogram lightweight semi-final come from Kyrgyzstan, Hungary, Armenia, Italy, and Malaysia. This bout being contested between boxers from the Czech Republic and India. There is the boxer from the Czech Republic, Veronika Gajdova, 18 years of age, 2020 National Youth Championship gold medalist at 64 kilograms. Her opponent, Vinka, preparing for her fourth contest here today. She took continental gold in the 2019 Asian Youth Championships at 64 kilograms. That same year, she was the National Youth Champion and enjoyed junior success the year before that in a weight class down. Ravi Rai of Scotland is our referee. Gajdova preparing for her third contest here at Kielce 2021. And she prevailed here with a unanimous point decision victory over Kristina Chippa of Moldova, avenging a loss that she suffered in the Adriatic Pearl Multi-Nations tournament just a few weeks before Kielce 2021. As for Vinka, she was a unanimous points decision winner over Camila Bravo of Colombia in her quarterfinal.
Round 1.
So we're underway then, the second semi-final in the 60 kilogram lightweight division to determine who will be going through to face Jody Shaykhmetova of Kazakhstan in the gold medal bout. This one between boxers from the Czech Republic and India. The taller figure wearing red is Veronika Gajdova. And the 18-year-old looking to use her height, reach and range against her more compact opponents from India. Vinka also 18 years of age. So Vinka looking to apply her characteristic pressure now that she's got inside the tentacle-like arms of the woman in red. And Gajdova's mission will be to keep her on the end of straight punches. So the tactics pretty obvious and evident in the opening minutes of this third and final round. So Vinka, nor Gajdova heeding the command of break, and there is where Gajdova wants to keep this contest. At long range, straightening out punches from both flanks. Vinka now in this territory has got to get busy with both hands, but look at her holding on with the left hand. Surely she wants to free her hands up and target the body of the woman in red in a bid to slow her movement down. I think rather cleverly, as Vinka lands a solid left jab and then is bustling away to the body. But I think rather cleverly, oh, that's a cracking left hook and then right hands over the top. Success at mid-range for Vinka, and a leaping left hook lands for the boxer in blue, who is getting over the front foot and letting her hands go relentlessly through this portion of the round. Terrific pressure being applied by Vinka. Good body shot dug in and a beautiful right uppercut landed by Gajdova. Looking for the same shot once again, but Vinka bustling away with punches downstairs. I was going to say the towering figure of Gajdova Her belt line appeared just a little bit high to me at the start of this contest, reducing the length of torso there is to aim at. Remember, anything below the belt line deemed to be a foul blow. Wasn't quite up around her armpits, but I think a lot of that torso beneath the waistband of the woman in red. But Vinka, to her credit, has been accurate with her punches. When she's got into the pocket, Gaidova has had some success with long-range straight punches of her own, but the deeper we got into the contest is Gaidova picking off her opponent terrifically, and this is where she wants to keep the contest. One and done. Sticking out straight shots just before the 10-second clap for Gaidova, but at that territory, look at Vinka help herself to a terrific hook during the course of a cluster of punches from her. Well, both boxers enjoying success in their preferred territories during the course of that opening round, but it is the pressure of Vinka that has swept the opening round across the board to give her a clean sweep with 3 minutes of boxing in the book. What an opening round.
Jo, teďka malinko víc úderů ještě, jo, malinko víc úderů ještě. Když bude stát páš na stří, jakmile se cukne, tak v tu chvíli začneš kombinaci, spodek hlava, třeba, jo. Dvojka, jakmile cukne, všiml si strefávat, jenom musí dělat víc malinko. A porazíš, teďka druhý to. Ano, jakmile se cukne, jo, nedávý prostor.
Seconds out.
Very good. Saru barang nabrak.
Round 2.
So into the second round we go. Vinka's pressure was educated indeed. Really did find the range through the final 2/3 of that first round. Can Gaidova, who's looking to get onto the front foot here, can she establish her straight punches? Because once they're anything other than straight, you see, brings Vinka into the mix. And she's a quick-fisted fighter, the woman in blue. Nice dip there, tried to come back with the right hand, but was long. The shot went behind the head of Gaidova. So Gaidova, aware of the fact that she's conceded the opening round unanimously, is trying to be the aggressor here, looking to walk down her opponent. But look at the left jab success. Beautiful timing evident from the woman in blue. Counter right hand once again. And Vinka beating her opponent to the punch when they're trading off at mid-range. Corkscrew left was off the mark from Vinka. Gaidova looking to establish that left hand once again. She takes that swooping left hook from the woman in blue. So approaching the midpoint of the second round, nice lead left jab from Gaidova, nice left right down to the body from the woman in red. The left jab blocked cleverly by the left hand of the woman in blue. Vinka takes a right hand on the inside, but then look at Vinka respond with shots to the body. And I just wonder whether Vinka is taking her foot off the gas here. Gaidova coming out, trying to be the aggressor, but Vinka's best work in the opening round came when she was the boxer, applying the pressure and letting the leather fly in the pocket. There she lands a good left jab. But this type of tempo surely suits the woman in red. She slipped to the canvas, so no knockdown. Left jab success landed. Before Vinka comes back with a right uppercut. Good work to the body from Vinka. So a comparatively quiet round compared to the first, but now Vinka trying to go through the gears and get busy once again. Gaidova looking to re-establish her long-range boxing. Coming forward behind a peekaboo guard is Vinka. Oh, pecking and poking with her straight punches is Gaidova. Vinka scores with a single shot over the top. Well, almost a complete contrast to what we witnessed in the opening round. And Gaidova doing a good job establishing her straight punches. Vinka comparatively subdued over the course of that second round, but she's still taking it for 3 of the judges. Judges B and C preferring the long-range straight punching of the woman in red. Vinka taking it for judges A, D, and E. So for those 3 observers, judges A, D, and E, there's a 2-point lead, 20 points to 18 in favor of Vinka, who took the opening round unanimously.
Ne, já to myslím vážně, teď, aby si vyhrála, tak musí vyhrát 10-8. Je tu jedno rozhodčí. Ona drží všechno, kontr. Tak, stavej.
Seconds out, please.
सीधे नहीं जाना है, ठीक है? लास्ट राउंड है, सीधे नहीं जाना है। स्लीप करके जा।
Round 3.
So we're into the third and final round. The woman in blue has a 2-point lead for judges A, D, and E. Now she's trying to quicken the tempo once again. After all, she almost seemed to take the second round off, give herself a breather perhaps, but let's give credit to Gaidova for the way she was able to control the tempo in that second round, and that's because of the straight, long-range punching she was able to establish. Vinka coming forward, but short of the mark. Now she's on the chest of her opponent, and look at how she's able to land with arcing punches on the inside, hooks and uppercuts, grazing the chin of Gaidova. And that is how she boxed in the opening round. Now Gaidova looking to demonstrate that she's not holding by practically putting her hands behind her back, but she's not taking the opportunity to work her way to the body either. Given her stature, she perhaps is not ideally suited for that type of work as she lands a cuffing left hand catching Vinka as she's coming in. But I think big opportunities being conceded here because Vinka's looking to work away. Nice left jab landed by Gaidova, then a right cross brought through. And look at how disruptive that lead left stick is for the woman in red. Good left hand to the body dug in by Gaidova, and another left hand by Vinka, and then another left hand. So working away to the body once again, the cluster of shoe shine shots is Vinka. A tidy trip to the canvas for both of the boxers. The gloves will have to be wiped clean, but the clock continues to tick. Gaidova needs an enormous final round for judges A, D, and E, all square on the scorecards of judges B and C. Well, Vinka electing to box in bursts here, and there's one of them. Good left jab as Gaidova looks to establish her long-range punching once again. Terrific right-left landed by Vinka, getting inside the long straight shots of Gaidova and swiveling the head of her opponent. Good left jab on the resumption landed by Vinka. And working away to the body again, Gaidova neither working nor pushing off to get some room for her punches, and that's just causing the clock to elapse. Clever tactics from Vinka. There's the 10-second clapper, and it's going to be Vinka, for my money, who will go through to the gold medal bout to face off against Kazakhstan's Shaykhmetova. Burst of activity to conclude the contest. But high fives over in the blue corner of the Indian boxer, because they feel that their athlete has done enough, and I'm inclined to agree. Remember, she led by 2 points. 20 points to 18 for judges A, D, and E. The Gaidova was able to take a share of the second round to take the second round for judges B and C, still conceding it on a 3-2 split. I don't think she produced the dominant round she needed to overturn the deficit she faced.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by split decision is boxer from blue corner, Vinka, India.
And there is confirmation of a split decision victory for Vinka. She goes through to the gold medal bout on a 4-1 split, where she will face off against Jordi Shaykhmetova of Kazakhstan. Acknowledging all sides of the arena here. Terrific tournament for Veronika Gajdova of the Czech Republic. She will occupy the bronze medal rostrum. That is how Vinka did it. She's through to the gold medal bout. We'll see her again in 2 days' time here at Kielce 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 341 in ring A, women's welter, 64-69 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing India, Hari Arhati. And her opponent representing Uzbekistan, Abduleva Kachidabonbonu. And judge assignment, 1 Sri Lanka, 2 Mongolia, 3 Argentina, 4 Czech Republic, and 5 Slovakia. Referee Pastuchov Valery.
So we move up to the women's 69 kilogram welterweight division, and the judges scoring this one hail from Sri Lanka, Mongolia, Argentina, Czech Republic, and Slovakia. Just 9 boxers making up the women's 79 kilogram weight category, so we only had 1 bout in the round of 16. It was this athlete, Arundhati Chowdhury, who competed in it. So preparing for a 3rd bout here of Kielce 2021, prevailed on a unanimous split, on a 5-0 unanimous decision victory over Anna Sesko of Ukraine in her quarterfinal. So Chowdhury preparing for a 3rd bout. As for Kadichabanu Abduleva, she had a bye in the first preliminary round. She won on a clever display to eliminate Evelina Taimi of Finland at the quarterfinal stage. So the Moldovan referee checking the equipment of Abduleva. 2 consecutive youth national titles at 69 kilograms for Abduleva. 2020 in 2019, both of those titles coming at welterweight. She was the 2019 Asian Youth bronze medalist in 2019. Chowdhury comes in as the 2019 National Youth Champion at 69 kilograms. She too with continental success under her belt in terms of podium finishes, because in 2019 she was the Asian Youth bronze medalist in the welterweight division. She's guaranteed at least that here on the global stage, but she's got it designed on championship gold. That's the woman in red, but so too has her opponent. These 2 mighty AIBA Asian boxing nations facing off at the semi-final stage. Chowdhury in red, Abduleva in blue. Nice right hand landed on the inside, followed by a left hook from Abduleva. Good left hand to the body landed by Chowdhury. She's getting over her front foot and looking to apply pressure at mid-range. Often concedes a reach, does the woman in red. Start with a straight punch, but then find herself at mid and short range and look for bent-on punches, just as she is here, but she's paid a heavy price, taking that whipping left hand over the top from Abduleva. It was a hook. Now, this happened yesterday, and I do find it rather confusing. Yesterday, she went back to the corner because it's as though she had something in her mouth, a strand of hair, a piece of fluff from the towel. Not quite sure what the issue is today, but I think it's a really risky tactic to try and call timeout yourself. The referee's up there to be the arbiter of what occurs in the boxing ring. And I think while the boxer's got their hand up like that, if the other boxer, the opponent, were to use quick feet and land a shot on an unprotected chin, I feel they'd be well within their rights. In all my years of watching boxing, of every type and at every level, what Chowdhury did in a previous contest when she raised her hand and almost as though she was trying to get a piece of towel fluff off her tongue, and said she went back to her corner to get it addressed. Similar gesture here for a similar type of adjustment in the opening round. But back to the action. Nice corkscrew right hand landed by Abdullaeva. Both boxers digging away with punches underneath on the inside. Left hook over the top was the final shot of that exchange from Chowdhury. Right hand to the body, left hook upstairs from Abdullaeva. She's trying to work with punches to the body, but then is tagged when trying to disengage, but then she gets her own back as Chowdhury goes in pursuit of her. Left hand landed upstairs by Chowdhury while Abdullaeva was digging away to the body. So plenty of those punches caught on the gloves by Abdullaeva, but Chowdhury kept the attack going. Falling short with the right jab. Here it is at long range, which is where she'll be looking to utilize her advantage in terms of height and length and reach. Abdullaeva into the pocket once again, tied up intelligently by the Indian boxer wearing red. So the first round in the book. Clever punch picking in evidence during the course of that contest. And it's Chowdhury who has taken the opening round for all 5 scoring judges. 10-9 across the board.
Углы подрезать. Если она вправо, справа, слева, слева зажимай. Смотри. Смотри. Не надо слева начинать, надо справа начинать. Право покажи, если она тянет, вытяни ее саму. Справа, ходи, лево показывай, справа начинай. Право, лево, право.
Seconds out, please.
Вот, справа, поняла? Вставай. Смотри, все еще можно выиграть, поняла? Все еще впереди.
Round 2.
So into the second round then, Abdullaeva will be aware that she has conceded the opening round for all 5 scoring judges. She tries to get back into the pocket, but look how she is picked off as she tries to quicken her feet. Terrific accuracy from Chowdhury to keep her opponent in blue at bay. Left hand dug into the body once again. Abdullaeva getting busy, landing to both body and head as Chowdhury was looking to escape off the ropes and back to the space of ring center. Clash of heads on the inside. The head of the shorter boxer in blue into the face of Chowdhury. Right hand over the top. It's an eye-catching shot and then an altogether more solid shot from the same hand from Abdullaeva. 2 right cross successes in quick-fire fashion from the woman in blue. Abdullaeva looking to close the gap once again. Chowdhury, that's a wicked bolo shot to the body with the left hand from Chowdhury. Wound it up from last week and turned it into the pit of Abdullaeva's stomach. And how about that for a left hand out of the southpaw stance? And it causes Abdullaeva to back up. Was she stunned by that? Just taking a moment to regroup. Well, Chowdhury ties her up on the inside. Some heavy shots have been landed by Chowdhury. There's another right hand success for Chowdhury as Abdullaeva's coming in once again. Right hand wasn't too far away from Abdullaeva, but her work just becoming a little bit more languid here now. Have those clean shots landed by Chowdhury just slowed her down a little bit. And it's Chowdhury who's the busier boxer. Abdullaeva not letting her hands go when she got into short range. Terrific work from Chowdhury through the first 2 minutes of this second round. Abdullaeva perhaps becoming a little bit frustrated up there in the boxing ring. She wills her way forward once again, but then is put on the end of a flashing right hand from the southpaw in red. Right-left success for Chowdhury. Abdullaeva comes in and works her way to the body with the palms turned upwards. Chowdhury doesn't need to be at this type of territory. She comes in, but her punches have slowed down considerably now. Chowdhury able to evade them. Takes a big lungful of air as she steps back into the pocket, but her work has become devoid of snap, lacking in zip. Did get some hand speed onto the body shots there, but look at how she missed with that cross by some distance. And that has been a difficult second round endured by Abdullaeva. And look at the sharp intake of breath as she wearily makes her way back to the blue corner. Terrific round of boxing by Arundhati Chowdhury. And after 2 completed rounds, she's up by 20 points to 18 for all 5 scoring judges. This is how she did it. Looking at some of the success, but then it was Chowdhury who was landing heavy shots to both body and head. Abdullaeva's work really did slow down in the closing stages of that second round. And she's got it all to do now.
Seconds out, please.
Последний раунд. В ближнем бою бить надо.
Round 3.
Well, it was a rather tardy exit from the Uzbekistan seconds over in that blue corner because they were giving their boxer every second of the 60 and then some. But look as she's walked onto a 2-shot combination to begin the final round. For my money, she's a boxer who's fading before our very eyes, but look at the determination as she wills herself back into the pocket and is looking to work away. She took a final slug of water over in her blue corner. Was late reinserting the mouthpiece, and look at the manner in which she's trying to get herself going, trying to get some oxygen into her lungs. Incredible determination being demonstrated by Abdullaeva. I think her energy levels are running close to red here. Here's a hook and uppercut success for Abdullaeva, but it's Chowdhury appears altogether fresher as Abdullaeva continues to go in pursuit of her opponent, and each time she launches what is seemingly a home run swing, her efforts audible from here at ringside. Really is loading up, looking for the finishing shot, and she found a range with an eye-catching right cross, but look at the left hook, and it dipped the knees of the woman in blue. I think she's in a desperate moment of the round here. There was a furtive glance to her corner after she had her chin checked by a cracking left hook from Chowdhury. Halfway through the final round, and she may well be there for the taking. Did Chowdhury recognize what I thought I discerned here from ringside? Will she look to step on the gas and go for the inside the distance finish? Credit to Abdullaeva, willing her way forwards once again, trying to ignore the fatigue that has overcome her entire being as she goes in pursuit of a place in the gold medal bout. But Chowdhury appears comparatively fresh. Abdullaeva, as though she's saving herself for one more roll of the dice, one more effort. She comes in with a right hand to the body. But this is a dangerous moment now in terms of this contest because Abdullaeva appears to be in a rather invidious position of having the energy to launch single attacks at a time, but look at the effect that the punches are having, stopping her in her tracks. And by definition, if she's planting her feet into the canvas and really loading up to get leverage onto the punches, she's going to be in the firing line for longer than if she was up on her toes. And by putting herself in the firing line for longer, this is the type of territory where one shot could completely wipe out her resistance and bring about an inside the distance victory for the woman in red. It's been a very gutsy display from Abdullaeva, fighting on fumes for practically the entire final 3 minutes, but she never stopped competing, gave it everything she had. But for my money, there is one winner in that contest, and she has won very impressively indeed, and that is Chowdhury over in the red corner. A very good display, and that was the start of the final round. Ran her opponent onto that right-left combination and hurt her a couple of times during the course of that contest. Abdullaeva is plenty tough, very gutsy athlete, never stopped competing. But I think it's going to be a forlorn endeavor in terms of her ambition to make it through to the gold medal bout. It'll be Chowdhury that will contest welterweight gold here in Kielce. Let's get
Ladies
confirmation.
and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, Hoduhari Arudhati, India.
So Arundhati Chowdhury goes through to the gold medal bout with a very commanding performance indeed. 5-0 unanimous points decision victor over Karichabanu Abdullaeva. She deserves immense credit for the commitment and desire that she demonstrated in that contest, particularly in the third round when she seemed to enter the round with no energy left in her tank. She comes away with a championship bronze as a memento of a hard-earned
Ladies and gentlemen,
series of performances here at Kielce 2021, but it's Chowdhury who goes through to contest championship gold in the welterweight division.
64-69 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Kazakhstan, Kizatova Jasmine. And her opponent representing Poland, Barbara Marcinkowska. Judges Heisman, Tuan, Uzbekistan.
So we remain in the 69 kilogram welterweight division, and this one will be scored by judges from Uzbekistan, Hungary, India, Ukraine, and Argentina. So this contest will be between boxers from Kazakhstan and Poland. There is Jasmine Kizatova, 18 years of age, preparing for a second bout of Kielce 2021 today. She comes to the ring as a 2020 national senior bronze medalist. That's for athletes over 18. In 2019, she took national youth silver at 60 kilograms. So a terrific accomplishment by her to be competing with the big girls. Over in the blue corner, Barbara Marcinkowska. She's competing in her second contest here today. She won in her quarterfinal on appeal. And that was against Anastasia Kolueva of Russia. The original verdict had her losing 3-2, but on appeal, the verdict was overturned. Marcinkowska competing here for a place in the championship final.
Round one.
So we're underway then. 69 kilogram welterweight action. Both boxers competing in their second contest here at Kielce 2021. And they are from Kazakhstan and Poland. Jasmine Kizatova is the boxer wearing red for Kazakhstan. Her opponent, Barbara Marcinkowska of Poland. She's in blue. Good left jab to the body landed by Kizatova. Brought through a right hand to the rib cage. Lead left hook was short of the mark because of the layback employed by Marcinkowska. Right hand over the top, not too far away from the taller figure wearing blue. Solid left jab landed by Marcinkowska. Lead left hook catches Marcinkowska on the end of it from Kizatova. And wonderful timing on that lead left hand from the woman in red. Nice left jab landed from Marcinkowska. Kizatova tries to respond with the same shot to the torso. Nice left hand landed. There's a hook to the body from Kizatova. And dipping underneath the attempted punches from Marcinkowska and coming forward and scoring with a reverse 1-2 is Kizatova. Lead left hand once again, and Marcinkowska waiting here, looking to establish her own left hand, and there's a good right cross. Cleanest shot of the contest for the Polish boxer wearing blue, but she's picked off by another scoring shot to the body. Left-right combination short of the mark from Marcinkowska. Right hand over the top, landed by the woman in blue at the conclusion of that exchange. Double jab for Kizatova. Looping right hand catches Marcinkowska. Wound up and uncoiled from Kizatova, but it still found the range. Left hook is a nice shot, mid-range from Kizatova. So not the quickest tempo in this opening round. Plenty of educated boxing and punch picking from both of these boxers. Nice left jab landed by Marcinkowska, who then employed the layback. The closing seconds of the first round. Big swing and a miss with the backhand by the Kazakh boxer wearing red. So sporting touch of gloves to conclude the opening 3 minutes of action. And it is a 4-1 split in favor of Jasmine Kizatova. Judges all but Judge B favoring her work in the first 3 minutes.
Prawej ręki w ogóle nie używasz. Dlaczego? Słyszysz? Używaj więcej prawej ręki. Prawy i po prawym od razu lewy. Rozumiesz? Wypalaj te ciosy. Bo ty na razie przeskakałaś tą rundę. Chcesz to wygrać? Bacha! Kurwa, ty masz przyjść tu zmęczona, rozumiesz? Nie wypoczęta. Zapieprzasz. Rundę zapieprzasz cały czas. Lewy, lewy, prawy, bu! Lewy, lewy, prawy, lewy. Rozumiesz? Czujno, na prawej nodze. Cały czas.
Seconds out, please.
Zaczynaj tej akcji, nie czekaj na jej akcję.
Round 2.
Well, once again, the stool in the red corner has been left inside the ropes. Quick adjustments. And we're underway. Beautiful left-right combination landed on at the start of round 2 by Marcinkowska. Conceded the opening round on a 4-1 split. She found the range terrifically to begin the second frame here. Beautiful counter right hand once again from Marcinkowska, looking to make good use of her longer arms, longer reach. And look at the left jab in evidence from Marcinkowska through this first 40 seconds of the second round. Kizatova looking to get back into her punching territory, bobbing and weaving in front of her opponent. Left-right was short by Marcinkowska, but both boxers far busier in the opening minute of round number 2. Looked to bring the right hand over the top, did Marcinkowska, but didn't find the range. No real double phase attacks in evidence. And because life is becoming more difficult for Kizatova, one wonders whether she should perhaps double up and triple up her attacks as she's put on the end of another left-right combination once again. And at this type of distance and this type of tempo, as Kizatova just moved to her right to try and cut off the movement of Marcinkowska. Another right hand landed by Marcinkowska, and she's having real success with that combination. The left-right, finding the range repeatedly with the right hand. Kizatova tries to leap up with a left hook to the head after she landed one to the body. That's a good right hand, catching Marcinkowska on the end of it and just causing her to become disorganized. She's now got a boxing stance back beneath her, and a leaping left hook from Kizatova catches Marcinkowska on a chin which is up in the air. And that's always the risk when employing the layback. Left-right in response from Marcinkowska. What a response she's produced here in the first 2 minutes of this second round, after conceded the opening round for everyone but Judge B. So Marcinkowska making good use of her range and reach in this second round. There's a right hand followed by a left as she disengages. So Kizatova looking to launch that leaping left hook once again. And through this, an almost completed second round, I think it's Marcinkowska who has boxed brilliantly behind her long-range boxing. Beautiful left jab once again from the woman in blue. And Kizatova altogether less busy than she was in the opening round, but you have to credit the neutralizing effect of the left jab and right cross from Barbara Marcinkowska. How will the judges score that one? I think it's a terrific performance by the woman in blue. And she has taken it across the board. So with 1 round to go, it is all square. 19 points apiece, 1 round apiece. Judge B has given both the completed rounds to Barbara Marcinkowska. And there's the evidence of the right hand that she was using repeatedly to terrific effect. Consistently catching Jasmine Kizatova. The intensity of instruction.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
So this 69-kilogram welterweight semi-final has all come down in effect to this final 3-minute round. Terrific right hand landed by Kizatova, who is busier here in the opening 20 seconds of round 3 than she was for the entirety of the hand landed by the woman in red, who has come out with swarming aggression to begin this 3rd and final round after conceding the 2nd round unanimously. And that was because the woman in blue, Barbara Marcinkowska, made terrific use of her reach and range, long bridging her opponent behind a sensational left jab and an accurate right cross. But now Kizatova has come out and is altogether more dynamic, bobbing and weaving left and right, quickening her feet and trying to increase her punch output after a comparatively subdued performance in the 2nd round. But you have to credit Marcinkowska for that because she was orchestrating the tempo. Right hand landed over the top again and once more from Kizatova, who is very busy through the 1st minute of this final round. And how about that for a jab, driving Marcinkowska backwards. She's spoken to his Kizatova about punching incorrectly with the inside of the glove rather than the correct knuckle part of the glove. It was all square, 19 points apiece for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Marcinkowska leads for Judge B by 2 rounds, 20 points to 18. She's breathing through an open mouth now. Takes another left jab to stop her in her tracks. Terrific timing from Kizatova. Midway through the 3rd and final round. Both boxers feeling the pace, but remember, it is a place in the gold medal bout. That is the tantalizing prize that awaits the victor. Chowdhury has already booked her place there. Which of these 2 athletes will join her? Bombing over the top with a right hand is Kizatova, but she was off target. Final minute, who can produce some quality of the eye-catching variety? Looping right hand over the top lands for Kizatova. What a response from her. And again, AIBA Live scoring means that both corners, both boxers know the state of the contest after each completed round, and they are responding magnificently. Marcinkowska responded like a champion in round 2, and that is exactly what Kizatova is doing here in the 3rd. And she is summoning the energy to produce the greater punch output, to land the more eye-catching, accurate shots, just like that solid left jab, which again disrupts the boxing stance of Barbara Marcinkowska. Solid right hand landed by Marcinkowska, but Kizatova steps back into the pocket once again and goes looking for her own offense. Marcinkowska being urged on by her corner and the volunteers here at the Hala Legionov. 10-second clapper has sounded. It's a solid left jab landed by Kizatova. She looks for a right hand over the top, but couldn't quite find the range. Closing seconds of the 3rd and final round, and I think that has been a terrific response in the final round by Jasmine Kizatova. I think that is enough to tilt it in her favor, but what say the 5 scoring judges seated around the ring here at the Hala Legionov? An absolutely terrific contest. The 1st round was taken on a 4-1 split for Jasmine Kizatova. Marcinkowska responded magnificently to take the 2nd round unanimously, and then in response to that, it was Kizatova who was able to raise her game and score with some really eye-catching shots. I think she's going through to the final. What say the judges? Here's the verdict.
The winner of this bout by split decision is the boxer from blue corner, Barbara.
Well, I do find that surprising
Poland.
because I thought in the third and final round it was a terrific display by Kizatova, but it is Barbara Marcinkowska who has gone through to contest championship gold on a 4-1 split, 28-29 across the board. I think Jasmine Kizatova is very unlucky indeed, but that is how the final round has been scored. Judges A, D, and E in favor of the woman in blue. Judges B and C preferring the work of the woman in red. And I think Kizatova, again, it's just my opinion, that her hard work, her better work for my money in the third and final round should have been rewarded. But a 3-2 split has gone against her, and it's Barbara Marcinkowska who goes through to contest championship gold against Chowdhury.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for bout number 343 in ring A. Women's light heavy, 75-81 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Poland, Martyna Jancelewicz. And her opponent, representing Turkey in blue corner, Isildar Busra. Judge assignments: 1 Kyrgyzstan, 2 Czech Republic, 3 Ukraine, 4 Italy, and 5 Malaysia. Referee Badrak Gunbolt, Mongolia.
So we move up to the 81 kilogram light heavyweight division, and this contest is being scored by judges from Kyrgyzstan, the Czech Republic, Ukraine, Italy, and Malaysia. Well, there is the Polish boxer preparing to contest this semi-final. That is Martyna Jancelewicz. And her opponent, Busra Isildar. Jancelewicz preparing for her first bout of the tournament. Only 6 boxers comprise the women's 81 kilogram light heavyweight tournament bracket. Ganbod Badrak, the referee from Mongolia, just checking the equipment of Jancelewicz, and in a few moments' time he'll call both boxers to center ring. There is Busra Isildar, 19 years of age yesterday. Won on a second round stoppage in her quarterfinal against Kushri. Both boxers come in highly decorated. And this, a rematch from the 2019 European Youth Semi-Final at plus 81 kilograms. So these two boxers know one another very well indeed. So how much significance will that previous encounter in the Continental Championships have for this one? And Busra letting her hands go with terrific frequency and ferocity. Busra Isildar to begin this contest, tucking up tightly, is Jancelewicz, and continuing her forward march. She looking to get to work with her own hooks on the inside at mid-range and short range. Terrific punch output from Isildar to begin this opening round, but still bustling her way forwards is Jancelewicz. She takes a stiff left-right, shakes her head as if to say, I'm going to keep on coming, and she's doing exactly that. What a start to this 81 kilogram light heavyweight semi-final. Good work to both body and head from Isildar. Good defense though, because tucking up behind high-held gloves is Jancelewicz. Good work to the body, left, right, left, landed by Jancelewicz. And she looks for that left hand beneath the right elbow of Isildar once again. Not much accuracy during the course of that exchange, but the lead left hand on the resumption was an accurate shot from Isildur. And how about that for a spearing 1-2, getting between the gloves of the peekaboo defense being erected by Jan Chelowitz. Jan Chelowitz continuing to walk her opponent down and looking for shots beneath her elbows to both sides of Isildur's torso. So midway through the opening round, and my goodness, it has been non-stop punching so far. Good left hand landed to the body by Jan Chelowitz. Isildur looking to establish her straight punches on the back foot, and how about that for a left-right success from Jan Chelowitz. Uppercut through the middle from the woman in red. Good work to the body while Isildur was taking a breather. Nice spin off the line from Isildur, and then nice dipping at the knees in the pocket. Jan Chelowitz looking to employ her own effective defensive movement. Inside the final minute, Jan Chelowitz simply will not be denied, walking down her opponent but running into punches. That left-right combination just causing her to stop in her tracks. Physical at close range. Neither boxer heeding the instruction of the referee. Solid right hand landed twice in quick succession by Jan Chelowitz, but look at the response it brings about from Isildur. So 10-second clapper sounds at the conclusion of what has been a frenetic first 3 minutes in this 81-kilogram light heavyweight semi-final. What an opening round, my goodness. Isildur was taking it across the board, 10-9 for 4 of the 5 judges. Make no mistake, for my money, Jan Chelowitz was right in that. Didn't win it for what it's worth, from my perspective, but she was very competitive indeed, trying to stay on the chest of her opponent right from the opening bell.
Seconds out, please.
Sağına çık, soluna çık.
Rounds 2.
Well, when these two boxers met in the 2019 European Championship Youth semi-final at plus 81 kilograms, it was Isildur who prevailed on her way to championship gold. Jan Chelowitz had to settle for a bronze. Remember, both of these boxers guaranteed bronze medals here. So Jan Chelowitz looking to turn the tables and get some competitive revenge for the setback she suffered 2 years ago at the same stage of the Continental Tournament. But she's being picked off by some accurate straight shots as she's trying to get inside the longer arms of Isildur, who is maintaining a terrific punch output and showing wonderful variety as well. Jan Chelowitz keeps on coming. Jan Chelowitz. But look at that jab on the resumption from Isildur. Bobbing and weaving on the ropes is Isildur. Left hand not too far away, but there's a cracking left jab. But then Jan Chelowitz comes forward with a left jab of her own. Physical at close range. Oh, solid right hand landed by Jan Chelowitz. But Isildur looking to box off the back foot, Jan Chelowitz trying to pin her to the ropes. Solid left jab landed by the woman in red as she tucks up tightly and goes looking for an uppercut on the inside. Couldn't quite find the range. Solid left jab landed twice in quick succession by Isildur, but Jan Chelowitz keeps on coming. So just over a minute to go in the third and final round here. Jan Chelowitz remaining in the pocket, looking for mid and short range success. But Isildur, her punch output really is remarkable. Jančelović, though, continues her forward march, looking to walk down her opponent. Skipping with the feet of both boxers. Jančelović looking to bob and weave her way in. She takes another left jab, then a right cross. Her right hand around the corner was long. Digs down her left hand to the body, but does Jančelović. Final 30 seconds of the second round. So perhaps as much respite as we've had from punching during the course of this contest so far as the two boxers walk one another around the ring, but now the usual pattern resumes, and it's Isildar who's just letting her punches go in incessant fashion and finding the chin of Jančelović. Jančelović continuing to bite down on her gum shield and come forwards. Hard right hand landed right on the belt from Isildar. Another round of practically non-stop punching. Enough to give Isildar another unanimous clean sweep of the cards. So she in a commanding position as we prepare to enter the third and final round. Some of the action from that second 3-minute round.
Seconds out, please.
Bak uzakta tek tek vursun. Acele etme. Çok kendini yorma.
Boğuşma şununla. Kaldır ellerini bak. Çeneni yumruk yiyeceksin.
Round 3.
So into the third and final round then. And the woman in red needs an immense final 3 minutes, and she may well find it if she continues to land thunderous right hands like that. Looping roundhouse right, catching Isildar on the side of the head. And that is what she needs, and that is why she has come out bombing with that backhand. Isildar, though, momentarily troubled by that, but look at how quickly she has regained her composure. Boxing stance back beneath her. And looking to score as Jančelović continuing to crash away with that right cross, and there's another success with it. But she's warned for punching incorrectly with the inside of the glove rather than the correct knuckle part of the glove. But there is plenty of leverage behind that loaded backhand that Jančelović has used effectively in the first minute of this final round. Looking for the same shot once again, but couldn't find a range. But how about that for a fusillade of unanswered punches from Isildar? Incredible conditioning demonstrated by these two athletes, and the punch output. Remember, we're in the 81-kilogram light heavyweight division, and they're going at it as though they are light flyweights. Absolutely remarkable. So nice defensive maneuver from Isildar to evade the left jab. The right hook attempted by Isildar was blocked by the left hand of Jančelović. Increasing amounts of clinching now, punctuating the action. Oh, that's a solid right hand once again landed by Jančelović. Can she keep the attack going to maintain the pressure on Isildar? The right hook attempted was long. It landed with the forearm onto the glove of the woman in blue. Isildar with a beautiful right hand and then brought a left uppercut through as well. Nice left jab landed by Isildar. Her back to the rope. She's inviting pressure, and that's why she skipped out of there. Jančelović just backing up momentarily, but now steps back into the firing line once again. Isildar just not finding the range on that attempted 1-2 as Jančelović comes around the corner with a hard right hand once again. And both boxers feeling the pace of this contest deep into the third and final round. It's been fought at an absolutely terrific clip. High intensity between these two familiar rivals. 10-second clapper indicates that we're in the closing stages of the third and final round, and both boxers continuing to let the leather fly to conclude this 81-kilogram light heavyweight semi-final. Nice to see that sporting touch of gloves to conclude the contest, and one suspects it will be Isildur, who will be going through to contest championship gold here at the expense of Martina Jančelovic of Poland. Absolutely sensational punch output from both boxers, particularly Busra Isildur of Turkey. Practically non-stop punching over the duration of the 3 3-minute rounds, and her accuracy and activity enough to get her the nod. But of course, we need official confirmation to see who will be going through to the gold medal bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Isildur Busra.
So Busra Isildur absolutely ecstatic at having booked her place in the gold medal bout here at Kielce 2021. The Continental Youth Champion up in their heavyweight division at plus 81 kilograms, now through to the final of the global competition here. After a unanimous points decision victory over her familiar rival Martina Jančelovic. Case of one and done for Jančelovic, straight into the semi-final in the 81 kilogram light heavyweight division where only 6 boxers lined up. She comes away with championship bronze, and it is Isildur who has earned a repeat victory to book her place in the final.
Bout number 344 in ring K, women's light heavy, 75-81 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Kazakhstan, Sagatova Astel. And her opponent representing Russia, Olifirenko Ksenia. Judge assignment: 1 Argentina, 2 Italy, 3 Malaysia, 4 Hungary, 5 Sri Lanka. Referee,
So here then,
Rishan, United States.
the judges who are scoring this final bout of the 14th session of boxing, they come from Argentina, Italy, Malaysia, Hungary, and Sri Lanka. There is Astel Sagatova, 18 years of age, preparing for her second bout of Kielce 2021, having prevailed in her quarterfinal with a unanimous points decision victory over Petronella Shinta of Romania. For Ksenia Olifirenko of Russia, it's the first bout of the tournament for the 18-year-old because, again, with only 6 boxers in the bracket, we only had 2 rounds in what were effectively the quarterfinals. Our referee is Sean Reese of the United States of America. Ksenia Olifirenko comes to the boxing ring as the 2020 European Youth Championship gold medalist at 81 kilograms. Back-to-back youth national titles, both at heavyweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight as well. Sagatova wearing red, compact figure for Kazakhstan, the 2019 youth national champion up in the plus 81 heavyweight division. So the final contest of session number 14 here is to determine who will go through to the light heavyweight final. That's a hard right hand landed by Olifirenko. Altogether more subdued in this second semi-final when compared to the non-stop activity of the first. Sagatova wearing red, looking for that right hand over the top once again. Olifirenko short with her attempted left jab and takes a cutting right hand around the corner. Flashing left hand wasn't too far away from Kizatova. Boxers just crowding their own work on the inside, and neither athlete looking to work to the body when they get themselves into short range. So beyond the midpoint of the first round, Kizatova landed a nice right hand earlier in the contest. She just put onto the end of a left jab twice. It was flicked out by Aliferenko. So it's untidy on the inside once again. Kizatova continuing looking to shoot those shots on an upward trajectory. A couple of jabs nudged in there by Aliferenko. So Aliferenko momentarily onto the front foot. Right hand threatened to stray around the rear of the head from Kizatova. Left jab off the mark for both boxers. Aliferenko now coming forward behind a left-right combination, but didn't find the range. Neither boxer yet doubling up the attacks. Nice counter left hand landed by Kizatova. Then a right hand around the corner from the woman in red. Engaged reverse gear and came back with a right hand lead once again. Speculative left uppercut of the corkscrew variety was short by some distance from Aliferenko. Well, knocking on the door with the left hand, Aliferenko. An infringement to punch that way. First round in the book. It's a 4-1 split in favor of Kizatova. She the more accurate and indeed busier of the two boxers, landing the greater number of scoring shots. Some of the action from that opening round.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
Into the second round then, and what punch picking to begin the second frame from Aliferenko. Right hand, left hand success, while on the back foot, both boxers looking altogether more alert to begin this second round. So Kizatova took the first round on a 4-1 split. To establish that lead left hand once again. Oh, well, no love lost between these two. Aliferenko just pushing her opponent off. Didn't expect her to help her back to her feet, but my goodness. Letting her know that we're not friends up here for the next 6 minutes that remain in this final, potentially. Because, of course, up in these weight classes, one shot can really turn things around. Start getting up into the higher weight classifications. Again, there's the knocking on the door from Aliferenko. Left hand dug into the body. She came off the ropes. Nice, forceful jab. Stepping in with it was Kizatova. Hands down by a belt line now. Looking to quicken her feet and trigger attacks. Nice single right hand landed. Well, when you consider who is waiting in the final, Busra Isildar, as Kizatova fighting to get her hands free. Maybe these boxers trying to measure their way into the gold medal bout. Kizatova comes forward behind the left jab, the right hand just a little bit off the mark, but she's now trying to at least come in waves and maintain the pressure, coming 2-3 times in quick succession. But Busra Isildar, far busier boxer than either of these two are demonstrating here. Not that that's going to be decisive, of course. Volume can be neutralized by movement and timing. And of course, one shot. You'd rather land 10 light punches or one finishing blow. I'm not suggesting that Istildar's punches are light. Just because you're letting more shots go doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be declared the winner. These two, the punch output comparatively lower. Lifarenko not able to establish her straight punches. She looked for a left uppercut there, but she hadn't established them with any sustained consistency. As you see her knocking on the door in a different variety. Rabbit punches around the rear of the head, not permitted, of course. And again, just an indication. But I don't think that these two will be exchanging Christmas cards. Lifarenko taking the second round across the board, so it is all square. 19 points apiece for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Lifarenko has taken both rounds for Judge D to lead by 20 points to 18.
Все через переднюю ручку. Пониже удар. Ксюш, ты понимаешь? Дистанцию с ней контролируй. Не надо с ней сейчас сближаться. Она полетит сейчас у тебя. Ногами пропусти.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
So into the third and final round we go. This contest in the balance, and that is why we are seeing the most frenetic portion of the entire contest so far. 19 points apiece for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Beautiful punch picking off the back foot from Lifarenko. Now trying to get over a front foot to score with a long left jab. And we arrived at this juncture of it being all square for judges A, B, C, and E, because Lifarenko swept the second round in unanimous fashion. So the frenetic start we had to begin round 1 just slowed a little bit, although Lifarenko having success with shots underneath during that previous coming together. Sagatova up on her toes, but can she close the distance? Hear her breathing audibly with that familiar war cry of the Kazakhstan boxers, and as Lifarenko was looking for the left uppercut, she was tagged by a right cross. She continues her habit of taking her free hand to knock on the door and land with the inside of the glove. Good right hand to the body, landed. And then front foot aggression as Sagatova applies an armbar. That's spotted immediately by the American referee, Sean Reese. Tidy once again. So with halfway through the third and final round, and some sustained quality, some success without reply, could well be decisive here. Remember, it is all square for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. After a unanimous second round in favor of Lifarenko. Looking for a check left hand as Sagatova went over the top. It was Lifarenko looking to spin off to her left and land with that hook while she skipped in that direction. A chippy contest, this one. And again, she sets herself. There's the cry. And then she steps into the pocket and looks to let her hands go, Lifarenko. Kazakhstan boxers have exerted, or have exhaled in similar fashion when approaching the ring in between rounds. Sagatova doing it here during the rounds. Hitting on the break from Sagatova. 10-second clapper has sounded. And you see Lifarenko working away with the right hand while applying a headlock at the same time. Well, a very hard-fought contest, there's no doubt about that. Both boxers committed to the cause in their bid to get through to the championship bout to face off against Bushra Isildar. How will the judges score that third and final round?
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by split decision is boxer from blue corner, Olifirienko Ksenia, Russia. Thank you.
And there is confirmation
For this session of bout,
of a
and
split
see you
decision
again
victory,
at 6 o'clock.
4-1 in favor of the boxer from the blue corner, Ksenia. Olifirienko goes through to the gold medal bout after taking the final round for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. So it will be Olifirienko and Isildar to contest championship light heavyweight gold. Asel Sagatova comes away with a world championship bronze here in the 81 kilogram light heavyweight division. Well, that is the final contest in this 14th session of boxing. We'll be back 6 p.m. local time, 6 p.m. Central European time for action in the men's semi-finals. And just as we've had during this afternoon session, we will have both bouts of each semi-final in 5 of the weight classes. The other weight classes will be contested over in Ring B, and we'll have action from men's light fly, men's bantam, men's light welter, men's middle, and men's heavyweight. But we will leave you with a results graphic of the 10 semi-finals that have taken place here today, the Halaleginov in Kielce. But make sure you join us again in, 90 minutes time, just under 90 minutes, for more action from the AIBA 2021 Youth World Boxing Championships for men and women. Bye for now.